Live and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D-Real coming at you with another Be Real with D-Real, where edutainment is what I do. We will be edutaining today on a number of things, but primarily we will be edutaining on why a boycott is necessary for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Well, before I get off into this juicy, informative information, I need y'all to do what you always do for me. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D-Real page so that when new material comes out, you get first crack at it. If you're digging what a brother's shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Okay, it has come to my attention via fellow content providers and subscribers that there are certain parties who are pro-recast who are attempting to detract or dissuade you from following or even listening to anything that speaks of boycotting the movie. Okay. Never has anyone who is pro-boycott said anything contrary to the tenets of what Recast T'Challa is about. If Recast T'Challa is about the tenets that are spelled out in the petition done by E-Man, pretty cut and dry. Okay, so here's the thing. We ain't recast T'Challa. I mean, we want T'Challa recast, but we've asked for T'Challa to be recast, and the only thing we've gotten is ignored, and basically, we ain't putting another T'Challa in the 616. What part of that has Marvel Studios, has Disney relented on? What part of that has Marvel and Disney Studios said, okay, we're willing to come to the table to talk about one or maybe two, maybe even three of those things, but 4, 5, and 6, that's just off the table. Has Marvel said that to anybody yet? Has Marvel said that to any movie reviewers? Has Marvel said that to any content providers? So what that means is we are at an impetus or impasse. That means this movement can't move forward. This movement can't evolve because they have presented what they desire to see changed. They have gotten no response. So the response to not being responded to is to not respond. Okay, Marvel and Disney Studios are not listening to pro-recasters. So pro-recasters are continuing to provide information. Got it. In the meantime, while Recast T'Challa is waiting for something to happen, we feel like we should be more proactive on the boycott side, meaning when we ask and you ignore us and you don't say anything, we have a clapback. We have an ultimatum. We choose to take our economic energy out of the equation. Oh no, you can't boycott. Why the hell not? When you aren't getting what you want, people get together and boycott. People come together and do things together, regardless of what the status quo is. Every year, when Black people get together and black out, for those of you that don't know what Blackout Day is, that's when Black people put all of their economic energy into Black-owned businesses, Black-owned products, Black everything. How do you think white-owned businesses feel about that? Should we as a people stop doing the annual blackout because white body businesses feel it's not fair? Should we stop doing that? Okay, so in much the same way, if you agree that the blackout is necessary to build economic synergy and economic independence for Black-bodied people by the virtue of folks saying we are abstaining from shopping anywhere that is not Black-owned, operated, whatever. Much in the same way, when you boycott, or whatever word makes Recast T'Challa folks and anti-recasters or whatever word makes y'all feel comfortable about the action that's going on, you use that word. But me, I have the right to use the word I want to use, and I'm going to use boycott. Sorry, not sorry. So you're just not going to do anything. Just, well, we're going to wait. Meanwhile, you're arguing with people on your page about them calling you selfish and saying the movement is all about you. But you got time to mess with me. I don't understand that part. You might want to stay focused on your own page, bruh, and stop trying to get folks off of the pages of folks who are down with it. Because ain't nobody who ain't down with the boycott being forced to be down with the boycott. Okay? If you don't feel the boycott is a good thing, okay, cool. Be done with it. But I'm not going to spend all of my days trying to run down Recast T'Challa because they want to be sedentary and not do anything. I'm not running them down for that. So much in the same way, might I suggest, if you don't shit on what gives me sunshine, I won't shit on what gives you sunshine. And let's just leave it at that. Now, another thing I wanted to address, there are a lot of people out there saying, you boycotting a movie? You boycotting a movie? That's stupid. People don't boycott movies. Yeah, they do. Passion of the Christ, Casino Royale, Mad Max, Fury Road, the 2016 Ghostbusters, Exodus, Gods and Kings, all those movies. And might I add, all of those movies were made in the 2000s, and all of those movies were boycotted by one group or another. So now that I've blown that shit out of the water, and you see that movies can be boycotted, what's your fear of the word boycott? Because that's not what we're about. Okay, we're not getting what we asked for. We're not about that. How are you supposed to deal with that situation? You're not getting what you want. You've been asking for 2 years and nobody's giving you what you want yet. Your solution is to keep waiting. Hopefully their heart will change. Hopefully their mind will change and they'll give me what I want. All right. As of this moment, I'm done. You go be great, bruh. You go do you. Long as you keep your name off me and mine, I ain't got nothing else to say. We can agree to respectfully disagree and leave it at that. Now, the last thing I want to hit on before I bounce out is narrative control. Who controls the narrative of what? If I feel like I am a leader, then I want to control the narrative of what I lead, right? Okay, so if my narrative is to do nothing, then I don't want anybody else speaking negatively, questioning, or criticizing that narrative. Let me share a quote with you from Pan-Africanist Dr. Leonard Jeffries. Whoever controls images controls your self-esteem, self-respect, and self-development. Whoever controls the history controls the vision. Who controls the images? Marvel and Disney control the images. So there's not a whole lot we can do about that. However, though, we see that control of images, whether it's negative or positive, affects self-esteem, self-respect, and self-development. How do you think self-esteem, self-development, and self-respect are affected when it's something close to you? When it's something you have a vested interest in? Whoever controls the history controls the vision. The history of T'Challa is not too far gone that it can be controlled by one group of people, that it can be circumvented by one group of people. What we're doing over here with Boycott Wakanda Forever is to control or attempt to control the narrative by showing you the history of the character, showing you that that character has a strong, rich history, strong storylines that deserve to be seen. King Solomon's frogs, Jakara, Achibe, Shuri and T'Challa together as Black Panthers. See Wakanda and die. Put the knife where it belongs. These are T'Challa with an infinity gauntlet. The marriage of T'Challa and Storm. These are images that are forever being wiped, or at least for now, because the imagery is being controlled. And because that imagery is being controlled with emotion, your self-esteem, self-respect, and self-development are affected much quicker. Do you think Marvel and Disney are attacking emotionally because they don't want the moral high ground? Come on now. It ain't that hard to figure out. And I ain't even in conspiracy theorist mode. But hey, I feel like that's enough for now. If there are any content providers, wink, wink, that want to get at me, that want to have a conversation with me, you can always drop me a link if you feel like you need to say something to me directly instead of being passive aggressive about it. I'll be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good to each other.